Over to Madam Soipan. Please take up the program. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, the President, Dr. William Ruto, Your Excellency, our First Lady, Mama Rachel Ruto, Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, Excellency Ambassadors,
that the animals and the people
distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen,
can coexist harmoniously,
Your
and the indigenous communities feel they are benefiting from this
Karibu
wildlife.
Kajiado.
Finally, Your Excellency, we want to commit that your programs, we will support them. We are working together harmoniously as a country. Your administration and the government are working closely together.
Asante.
And
Your
I
Excellency,
want to...
it gives me a lot of pleasure as the Cabinet Secretary for Environment and Forestry to host you here at Konabaridi, Gong Hills in Kajiado County. And thank you very much, plus our guests, for accepting our invitation to launch our Mission 15 Billion at Jaza Miti campaign. Your Excellency, this is pegged on the United Nations General Assembly Declaration of 2021 to 2030, which is the decade on ecosystem restoration. That declaration is to help the globe deal with the triple planetary crisis of biodiversity loss, pollution, and climate change. Your Excellency, as part of our country taking its place at the United Nations Decade on Ecosystem Restoration, you pronounced on the 20th of October 2022 Kenya's ambition to plant 15 billion trees by 2032. Your Excellency, these 15 billion trees, I like to tell Kenyans, if each one of us would play their part, it only translates to 300 trees per Kenyan in 10 years, and only 30 trees per year per Kenyan. So, Your Excellency, when we break it down, it's doable. I see, Your Excellency, you look surprised, like many Kenyans would be, that we can actually do this. We can surmount this even before the 10-year period that we have set. Your Excellency, I believe that following your call for trees for birthdays, if each Kenyan again planted trees the number of years they have lived on this earth, these 15 billion targets, like I say, will be very easily surmountable. It is for this reason, Your Excellency, that today you have chosen to lead from the front, and we are here today to help you plant 560,000 trees countrywide. And this exercise is happening to mark your birthday. Your Excellency, allow me to lead Kenyans in wishing you a happy birthday, and we look forward to you jazaing miti as we celebrate jointly. We launched this mission, 15 billion at Jaza Miti, a few days to Christmas. My plea to you this Christmas, fellow Kenyans, is that we should not cut any Christmas tree. Instead, let each one of us plant a Christmas tree somewhere in our backyards for those who are able to. Let us then each Christmas decorate these live trees in our backyards as we grow and nurture them to maturity. That is just a simple plea to you, my fellow Kenyans, and this we can do. We have partners here, Your Excellency, who have supported the ministry both in monetary and seedling support during the launch of this campaign. And we would like to really say thank you to them. We have Kumanza, we have KCB here, we have ABSA, we have PCEA Church, we have Safaricom, we have Egerton University, Petroleum Institute of Kenya, and the Ministry of Energy, Your Excellency, and so many others. We have been able to get 101.2 million seedlings just for this season. we will not plant all of them, because what we've done today is to carefully select the sites for the tree planting, because, Your Excellency, you know that we want to move the country from just planting trees to actually growing them and nurturing them to maturity. Part of the partnerships we have here, Your Excellency, we have a young man called Jabari Marian, only 14 years old, from central Finland, whose mother is from Siaya. Your Excellency, Jabari has, during this season, adopted Lamuyek Primary School in Tiati constituency and has already planted the first 200 trees in the school. And as young as he is, Your Excellency, and he is in talks with the Kenya Forest Service, he is actually very eager to turn Baringo County green, Your Excellency. How I got to know about Jabari, once he heard about your pronouncement of 15 billion trees, he actually wrote you a letter. But somehow the letter did not find its way to your desk. It found its way to my desk. And Your Excellency, the simple request for me at this point is to kindly request you to receive the letter from Jabari, one of our biggest champions of today. Go ahead. Go ahead. Thank you, Your Excellency. Congratulations, Jabari. And Your Excellency, in our strategy, we have a fully thought out plan on how to engage our young people in this campaign. Your Excellency, this National Tree Growing Restoration Campaign is going to provide a chance as a country to employ our young people. We look forward to creating a green army, as has been pronounced by you, which is a dedicated team of young men and women across the country, the hustlers, who will provide the support of our tree growing efforts in raising the seedlings at the tree nurseries, and will also support planting and growing these trees to maturity. Your Excellency, we made a choice of the Gong forest today, and we already have a team of 250 young people who are actually our pilot of the Green Army of young people that we are going to engage in this country to help us in this exercise, to create jobs for them, but also to make our exercise successful. Your Excellency, this is important because you will realize that and our partners, one of the challenges we are having is irregular rainfall, but I want to assure you, Your Excellency, this particular exercise of 21st of December is well crafted, well thought out. Your trees are fully fenced off, so the cows will not reach them. And right next to the forest that is going to come up here, we have one done by our former president, His Excellency Kibaki, and we deliberately put them side by side because actually His Excellency, the late Kibaki's forest, almost came through 100% to maturity. And we are determined to make sure that the 5,600 trees we did today, we couldn't do more because of the irregular rainfall, but I can assure you we are going to make sure that they survive to maturity. And you can come back and check, Your Excellency, once in a while. Your Excellency, also to say that the 15 billion trees will be done in 2 phases, as you have directed. The first phase of 5 billion trees will be done between now and 2027, and the next phase of 10 billion trees between 2027 and 2032. But if we manage to inculcate the culture among each Kenyan, I am very confident we are going to surpass this way before 2032. We will be putting systems in place to monitor the growth of these trees. Our opportunity as our country to expand the tree and forest cover to 30%, again, Your Excellency, lies in the arid and semi-arid areas. We will concentrate efforts there. The arid and semi-arid parts of this country, they suffer perennial drought and famine. We trust that this growing intervention will help mitigate the effects. Your Excellency, allow me to mention, because our partners are here, that the ministry will be launching the tree. Today we are launching the campaign, but we will be going on to launch the tree growing restoration campaigns, the tree growing restoration strategy, which will make the National Tree Growing Restoration Campaign an all-ministry approach, and we will do this in the first quarter of 2023. And as we speak today, Your Excellency, all the cabinet secretaries, all principal secretaries, and all senior officers in your administration have been requested to preside in at least one tree-growing site across the country. And we anticipate planting of at least 560,000 seedlings today across the 47 counties in partnership with the governors. We will keep this approach through the 10-year life of this campaign. We will be tiring you a lot with invitations to help us mark the various environmental days throughout the year in order to make this a success. We will be multiplying the factors of the trees we grow, particularly for you, because this is your day, by 56, the next year 57, 58, each of the successive years as our honor, since you agreed we launch this campaign on your birthday. So it will become your tradition, we are requesting, Your Excellency. And we hope that all Kenyans will follow suit. And I thank Her Excellency, the First Lady. She actually surpassed her 10-year target during her birthday. She planted her 300 trees, but she's still doing more, having adopted a section of 200 hectares of Kakamega forest. Thank you, Your Excellency, our First Lady, for your support. Your Excellency, I wish to conclude by assuring you and my fellow citizens that as Cabinet Secretary for Environment and Forestry, I will lead this the National Tree Growing Restoration Campaign, the Mission 15 Billion Jaza Miti campaign as a team effort. I will reach out to and bring on board, in a coordinated manner, the ministries in your government, county governments, the House of Parliament, the county assemblies, development partners, the private sector, embassies and diplomatic missions, churches, mosques, civil society, and each and every organization that you can get on board. Mother Nature is ours to protect, and as a ministry, we are determined and committed to deliver on our part as we make our campaign promise of Mission 15 Billion Trees by 2030 a reality. Your Excellency, this we can do. Your Excellency, as I conclude, I just wish to recognize my colleague, the Honorable Professor Kithure Kindiki, CS Interior. You can see your army there is very intact, led by the Regional Commissioner. Your Excellency, you can see that, and also PS Raymond. Your Excellency, the administration and PS, I told the Regional Commissioner and his team that they can take credit for these 5,600 trees, even the 560,000 across the country, but no tree should die. And that is in your hands, CS. And I know with this collaborative effort, we are going to make it happen. Your Excellency, I wish to take this opportunity to exceptionally recognize our development partners who are here. They are here in numbers, Your Excellency, the private sector, our diplomats, and various players. And I wish to request the CEO Safaricom just to take a minute on behalf of the private sector to just say a word. I think I mentioned Safaricom. They've already done their pledges, and we are still waiting for more support from the larger team. Welcome, Mr. Ndegwa.
Your Excellency, the President, on your big day, Your Excellency, the First Lady, Your Excellency, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, His Excellency, the Governor, CS, Environment, CS, other CS is present, elected leaders, all protocols observed. Your Excellency, I was coming here to plant trees and to accompany everyone else this afternoon to plant trees, but I've been asked by Waziri to speak briefly on behalf of the private sector. I'm happy just to say first that I'm happy to have planted one of the 56 trees that represents a big milestone for yourself. Delighted that I was able to do that. Thank you for leading the way on a critical agenda and setting a big ambition for Kenyans and Kenya. The 30% tree coverage target and also 15 billion trees. So on behalf of the private sector, I want to reassure Your Excellency that we will partner with government and all stakeholders on this agenda that you have created. We know that the climate change has had a major impact on our country and beyond, and drought in the country, which I'm actually privileged, Your Excellency, to be leading the team that is supporting to respond to the drought effect, is evidence that climate change is indeed here with us. And therefore, this initiative is massive, and it will make a big difference in terms of the medium and long-term impact on the country. One of the key things I wanted to say, as Safaricom, we are happy to have led from the front. We have been involved in conserving the environment and projects around this. We played a big role in this area for a long time. In many parts of the country, some of which are being involved today in Malmanet, in Mau, with the Kenya Forest Association, with the Community Forest Association. We also want to partner with the private sector to revive the tree growing fund, where a number of billions have been committed, in order for us to use this fund and to use this commitment towards the 30% challenge that you have given us, Your Excellency. I think the key is partnership is the way forward. We are happy to and willing to partner with your government and with the ministry and with the Forest Association to ensure that we get this country to where it needs to be. I remember when I was growing up in Nyahururu, I grew up next to a forest, and it is great that we now do something that allows our children to feel the same way that we grew up. I'm very happy to be here, and very happy to be here in Kajiado. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We will not be able to have everybody speak, but just allow me to recognize the head of UNDP, who is here, the resident representative, Anthony. Thank you so much. They have been very core in supporting not just this activity, but Your Excellency, you know that the tree growing fund lies in the hands of UNDP, and we are hoping to move it to the next level very soon. Thank you very much. Also, allow me, Your Excellency, to recognize my team from the ministry, led by the PSS, PS Kimotho of Forestry, and PS Engineer Ngeno. We also have PS from the Youth Affairs. These are the people who will be helping us to push the drive of involving our young people in the country. Our Chief Conservator of Forests, Director General NEMA, and all the staff of the ministry, Your Excellency, they are all over, spread across the country, and undertaking the tree planting exercise. We also have other members of parliament who are here. Honorable Roko from Mbere, Mbere North. And then we have Honorable Munyoro Kigumo. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for coming here. Thank you, Governor. We've been our champion. Thank you, the leadership of Kajiado County, for supporting us through this. And Your Excellency, on behalf of all the ambassadors who are present here, we have the Ambassador of Germany, we have the Ambassador of France, we have the Ambassador, High Commissioner of the UK, the Embassy of Sweden is represented by Head of Mission, Embassy of Indonesia, we have the Embassy of Turkey, represented by the First Chancellor. The Italian agency is also represented here. The Malaysian representative to UNEP and UN Habitat is here represented, and even the World Bank. Because of time, Your Excellency, allow me to invite the High Commissioner of the UK, Her Excellency Jane Marriott, to say a word on behalf of the rest of the diplomatic team. Welcome, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much indeed. Your Excellency, Mr. President, First Lady, Mr. Deputy President, CSs, PSs, Governors, elected representatives, all protocols observed, and with huge thanks to CS for organising and inviting us here today. The first order of business on behalf of the international community is to say happy birthday, Mr. President. You are clearly spending the day like you spend all your days, working very hard on behalf of the people of Kenya, but I hope that the First Lady will be able to take you away for maybe even just half an hour for a little bit of birthday cake at some point during the day. I was sat next to the regional commander who planted tree number 16, and we were wondering what 16-year-old William was doing, and if he'd thought that at 56 he would be President of Kenya. I got 50-year-old tree planting William Ruto, so I think you already knew by then which path you were on. Kenya is a leader globally on climate change and environmental issues, whether we're talking about your 93% renewable energy, a fact that had my Prime Minister in just unbelieving that it could be 93%. Whether you're tackling the drought, whether you're planting trees, Kenya won the Prince of Wales's Earthshot Prize for clean cooking, which the First Lady kindly graced the event for a couple of weeks ago. Whether it's your role at COP27, it's just been fantastic to see Kenya leading globally, and also to see you combining tech alongside climate as fits with the rest of your agenda. So I'm delighted that we're here today to see the launch of the Jazzy Meaty app as well. CS, you said a very, very important word, growing trees. There are so many initiatives across the globe that are about planting trees. And we all plant them, and we clap, and we applaud ourselves, and then we go home, and the trees die, or they get eaten, and they do not fulfil their purpose. But you, Your Excellency, led by your wonderful Cabinet Secretary, you are growing trees. And I suspect each and every one of us will be writing back to our capital tonight to say, do you know how His Excellency President Ruto spent his birthday? He planted trees. Dear leader in our country, you need to plant and grow trees. And I hope that ultimately the entire world will celebrate their leaders' birthdays by planting and growing trees under your leadership. Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Thank you, Your Excellency. we have members of county assembly, tunawatambua sana, and we need your support. Maybe you just stand for His Excellency to see you guys. Yeah, wako kwa wingi. Yeah, we need your support. The church, Your Excellency, we have so many churches who have fronted their support in numerous ways. We also have various development partners who have made commitments in money, but like the IUCN team, I know is here, but we will be firming up those as we go, and we keep requesting the support of IUCN. Are they here? Okay. We will be calling all of us to join hands to make this a success. With those few remarks, Your Excellency, I'll now take this opportunity to invite His Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, aka, okay.
Mheshimiwa Rais wetu wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, mawaziri wetu, mabalozi, wakaaji wa Kajiado wakiongozwa na gavana wetu, hamjambo? Asante sana. Maybe Mheshimiwa Soipan, nitakufundisha kuongea mambo ya ukweli. How can you say with those few remarks? Those were very many remarks. Mheshimiwa Rais, tumekuja hapa kuandamana na wewe kutuongoza katika hii program ya kupanda miti bilioni 15. Na Rais umetuongoza, wale wote tunafanya chini yako, tumetii amri, na ndio leo huoni mawaziri hapa. Mawaziri wetu wote na principal secretaries wako katika various counties across Kenya wakiendelea na program kama hii. Mheshimiwa Rais, umetuagiza ya kwamba kila sherehe katika Jamhuri ya Kenya iandamane na upadaji wa miti. Najua tulisoea hii siasa, tulikuwa naye miaka 5, ingali iko kwa kichwa yetu. Tunaendelea tukitoa hiyo maneno polepole na tutasoea. Sasa leo ni birthday yako. Kwa niaba ya wafanyikazi wote wa serikali na watu ya Kenya, I want to wish you a happy birthday. Na pia unisamehe kwa sababu nimekuja birthday yako kama nimevaa gambut. Rais, si madharau, unajua mimi nakuheshimu. Hii ni mambo ya kazi. Na wewe mwenyewe ndio ulisema kazi ni ya kidogo. Kwa hivyo hiyo maneno imeisha. Wewe umesema unataka kufanya kazi na sisi na tumeona kwa vitendo, kwa sababu siku mzee ya maandamano ameitana pale umekataa ukasema uko na kazi ya kufanya. So tunataka kuomba viongozi wetu wote wa Kajiado. Tunataka kuomba viongozi wote wa Kajiado wakiongozwa na gavana, wajumbe wote tuungane nyuma ya rais wetu William Samoei Ruto ndio tusukume gurudumu la maendeleo. Kwa sababu tukiungana hapa Kajiado nyuma ya rais wetu tutapata maendeleo. Na kwa hivyo gavana, asante. Huko kwa Azimio kila mtu ametoka, wamesabaratika. So wewe kuja tusukume hapa pamoja, tuungane na hao viongozi. Watu ya Kajiado mmesema gavana amefanya mzuri kutoka kwa Azimio. Ama mtitaka azimikie huko? Mngetaka aingie kwa nini ya William Ruto? Wangapi wanasema gavana na watu ya Azimio wote wakuwe kwa William Ruto? Kwa hivyo rais wetu hii Kajiado, sisi ni watu tuko na interest mingi hapa. Tuko na mali hapa na tungetaka hii Kajiado ikae nyuma yako.